Hi there, I'm here to share an activity with you today from the PHE Learning Center. The activity is called It's All in the Coping Cards. It's an emotional well-being activity and it's for kindergarten to grade 3. And what we'd like you to think about as you go through this activity is how you can cope with feelings of fear or anxiety. And if you're not sure what the term anxiety means, it's when our body senses danger. And we might have feelings like butterflies in our stomach, or you might feel kind of shaky, or thoughts might be running all through your head. But the thing is, we have those feelings and we think there's danger, but we're actually not in danger. And so that's what anxiety is. And if you're interested to learn more about that word, there's a really great video that we've actually linked in the description of this video. That's called Fight, Flight, or Freeze. And it's from an organization that's called PHE Canada. So they develop resources and supports on the topic of anxiety. And we're going to talk a little bit more about something that PHE Canada shares, and that's called the card system. And that's going to be the focus of what we're going to do today. And so the card system, if we think about how the word card is spelled, C-A-R-D, each of those letters represents something and how we manage or think about or deal with anxiety and fear. So if we look at the letter C, it stands for comfort. So what are some things or places or people that give us comfort in times of fear or anxiety? So that might be a nice room, comfortable room in your house, might be a nice warm blanket. For example, the A is ask. So who's a trusted adult or adults that you can ask questions to about the way you're feeling when you have those feelings of fear or anxiety? And it's always good to talk about it and ask questions. R is relax. So what are those strategies or what are things that you can do to make yourself relax when you might be having some of those feelings? So you can do some things with your body, or you can do some things with your brain, and what can you do in those moments? And then the D is distract. And so that's not necessarily pretending that you're not having these feelings. It's what do you have that you enjoy doing that might help you feel better about these feelings. So what are some activities that you really enjoy doing that might distract you, but also help you feel a little bit better because you're doing something that you enjoy doing? So that's what, if we think of or look at the first letter in each word, it spells out card, right? C-A-R-D. And so that's what we're going to do today. I would like you to take a piece of paper. And so when you get your piece of paper, you're going to split your paper into 4 boxes or 4 rectangles. And in each rectangle, you're going to write one of the letters of card. So we've got C-A-R-D. And what I want you to do is I want you to either draw or write or both for each box of your paper, the letter and things associated with that letter. So in the C, you're going to write things that comfort you, so that we talked about people, places, objects. For the A, you're going to draw or write people that you can go to ask questions when you're having those feelings. In the R, you're going to think about different things you can do to relax when you're feeling like this. And for the D, you're going to look at distract. So what are activities that you enjoy doing that might distract you from these feelings? So I want you to take a little bit of time, and you're going to do that on your own, and then we'll come back together and we'll go through some of the ideas. All right, I hope you had a great time doing your drawing or your writing of the different words to go with the card system. So I have some friends here with me today in kindergarten and grade 3, and they did the activity. We thought it might be nice to share some of their ideas. Now, everyone's different and everyone's going to have different things that comfort or who they ask or how they relax or how they distract. But we wanted to share their ideas. So we're going to start with the C for comfort. So what did you draw? I can help you hold it up. What did you draw for the C comfort?
Me and Mommy sitting on the couch.
Did you draw you and your mommy sitting on the couch? That's a comfortable spot is the couch. Perfect. And what did you do for C?
Okay, for C, I wrote
It's hard to see through the paper, right? You wrote my heavy blanket.
My heavy blanket and my pillow.
And your pillow. Great. So those are really things that make you comfortable. Okay, so for your A, so when asked, who's someone that you ask or who you talk to? Who did you draw?
Me and my mom.
You and your mom, right? And you even practiced writing and you wrote your name. That's great. And you, who did you say who you talk to or who you ask for the ask word?
So at home, whenever I feel nervous or anxious, I go to ask my mom. Whenever at school, I go to the principal.
The principal lets you go talk to her, eh? That's great. Okay, so for R, relax. What did you do for the R, for relax?
I write it we're in my bed cuddling.
So you and your mom are in your bed and that's how you relax when you're feeling like that. And how about you for the R? How do you relax?
I take a big breath.
Big breaths, yeah?
Read my book.
You read your book, which we have here. It's a really great book. Oops, I have it upside down. It's called The Cold Little Voice. It's a really good book. And your final one is
I talk to myself.
So you talk to yourself. So you let yourself, give yourself some good words. All right, so for the final one, which is D, distract, what do you like to do to keep this one is your D. What do you like to do to keep your mind, busy, and what do you do? What was your D down here? What did you draw?
I play with my mom.
And you play with your mom and what?
My dolls.
Your dolls, okay. And what about you for D? What did you write?
I wrote, I like hanging out with my friends to distract myself.
So you like hanging out with your friends and biking and doing different things, eh?
And playing hockey.
And playing hockey, yeah. So that's great. Thanks so much for sharing with us today. And I hope you all had a great time drawing and thinking about it and continue to think about how you can do, your relaxing or who you can talk to. What I wanted to end with is one thing that you will often do both is when you're feeling like that and you said it, you take big breaths. So can you both show me how you take your big breaths?